Yeah, I got one in particular. I got one that when I had a date, I had a movie date and a dinner date with a girl, and I accidentally double booked myself. I was supposed to have one with the same girl, with a different girl, at the exact same time, same movie theaters. And one girl looked better than the other. So what I did is I took the first girl, I took her to the movies, and when we went to the movies, I was looking at my clock and I was like, oh my God, I double booked myself, and I really want to go out with the other girl. I don't want to go out with this one. So I told her straight up. I said, look, I'm sorry, I double booked myself. I got to take you home. Now, mind me, we already paid for the tickets. We were in the movie theater, and the movie's about to start. And the girl got her hair done, her hair did. You know, everything looks great on her. She looks good. She's ready to spend the whole night with me. And I was like, look, I really got to take you home. I'm sorry. And the girl was like, oh, my God, are you serious? And I said, yeah, and do me a favor because I actually got to pick up another girl, and I'm going to take you to the same movie theater, so do me a favor, give me back those movie tickets. And so I took it to the other girl. And she was like, are you serious? So I was like, yeah, for real. And she was pissed. But the funny part, she was pissed, but at the same time, too, is she is still kissing all over me, and she wanted me even more now. It was like, oh, my God, I can't believe this guy's doing this, but for some reason, he's so freaking hot right now. And so to make a long story short is I did take the girl home, even though she was, like, trying to just make out with me the entire time in the car and everything else. I was like, look, I'm sorry, I really got to take you back. And so then I picked up the other girl, gave her the same movie tickets, and then I still had a great night with the other girl. And then after the night was over, I called back the girl, apologized, and still went out with the other girl at the same time.
Wow.
Yeah.
You used honesty, and it worked. You were honest, right?
Yeah, I was 100%. I didn't lie to her at all. To me, there's never a reason really to lie to a girl. There's not. They're not stupid, but if you're honest and you just say it in an honest way, they're actually going to be okay with a lot of things, and you'll be surprised. And I've always been like that. I've always been very honest and just told them straight up, and that was it. And especially now with technology, I mean, you can basically say whatever the hell you want to say, but it's all about finding the right girl too. I mean, if you're out there just to be a whore, yeah, there's plenty of girls for that. That's easy. But if you're really trying to find a good relationship and something that's sturdy, I always go by the foundation. The foundation has to be strong. And I look at every girl, when I look at Bridget, I look at it the same way. Don't get me wrong, Bridget is drop dead gorgeous. She's my wife. She's awesome. But I looked at the foundation because I dated other girls that were 10. They had perfect bodies, perfect, tetas, perfect everything. But they weren't there foundationally. It's not somebody that you could hold a conversation with. And that's what.
So what do you consider as a foundation, like?
I can't hear you say again.
What do you consider as a foundation?
A foundation is a girl that you can hold a conversation with, a girl that you have something in common with her, and it's really going to be your liking. So whatever the girl has in common with you, like my wife is extremely businessy, but at the same time too, she's very foundational in the sense of she's a great wife, she's a great mother. She can work with me if she needs to, or she could be extremely sexy. She's got to be all those things. I don't want a girl that just does what I say. Those get very old very fast. In a sense of you're only going to have that for so long before you're like, all right, I need somebody with a brain. And that's kind of how I look at it. And that's if I would define foundation, that's how I would define it.
So pretty much a girl who's independent?
Exactly. But again, it's whatever you're choosing is. So if you're trying to find that independent girl, then that's great. I really personally think independent girls, you're going to have more fun in a sense of somebody that just does whatever the hell you say. It's only going to be a temporary fix. Because I promise you're going to get tired of it. You're just going to be like, God, this girl, she does everything I say. Give me a break. I need another girl. And you will find yourself cheating on her. Just like that. I mean, that was the most common thing. Every girl that I've ever dated that did anything I said and did anything I wanted, I cheated on because they're too easy.
That's too easy. There's no challenge, and you're always looking for a challenge, right?
Exactly. You have to have a challenge. If you don't have a challenge, you're going to move on to something else. Anything that's too easy, you're going to be like, I'm not even going to waste my time.
That's
but
right.
I might call her for some other things that I may need when I feel like it. And then that's when her feelings get hurt, just because then you're using her and she knows it, but at the same time too, is she's so emotionally attached, she can't get rid of you.
That's very good. Good information. And to somebody that's starting new, Franklin, in this, in becoming a man that women are more attracted to, could you give me about 5 tips on becoming more attractive to women so that it's easier to date and, be in a relationship if they choose to, and even get married if they choose to?
Well,
5 tips.
5 tips. All right, let me see here. Give me a second while I brainstorm for a second.
What did you do when you were? What did you do that was a trait that girls were attracted to? Why is Bridget with you? And
I would say the first thing that Bridget was attracted to was confidence level. I was just extremely confident in myself. Another thing is that I've always made my own money. At the time I was in the military, but I was still in real estate at the time, so I was secure. I truly believe that if you're ready to settle down and you don't have yourself is grounded in the sense of you're out of your mom and dad's house, you've got your own job, you have your own career, you have your own things going for you. That's very attractive to a girl, because women. There's 2 types of women. There are women that want to get married, and there's the ones that are getting out of marriage. So that's how I kind of look at it. There's not too many women that don't want to get married one day. So they need to feel security.